Now let us look at the ways in which or reasons which create a misconception or misunderstanding about fractions. Let us see that. Firstly, what misconceptions might the teachers have during this lesson sometimes is what we'll be looking at. To begin with, should the concept of factors always be taught keeping in mind the one full object has to be considered as the basis for teaching the children, or should we use heaps or groups to depict fractions? Apart from that, how can the language of fractions be taught to the children? This is very important. Without understanding the importance of these basics, if you are teaching how to read the fractional names or trying to teach its definition to the children, introducing the language or terminology to the children even before they understand the basics, it will be difficult. And many times, apart from the primary knowledge of fractions, teaching the different types of fractions like improper or mixed fractions will lead to a misconception very often. When does a misconception occur in a child? When it comes to not knowing about the numerator or denominator. What is the necessity for fractions in everyday life? Where is it useful? In everyday life. In real life, not knowing about this, meaning without giving a real life example or without mathematizing it, teaching it is the wrong way. One more area is comparing the fractions, because numbers are in a different way. Fractional numbers are in a different way. When children look at the fractions, the number lesson comes to their mind. It is difficult for them to absorb that fractions have different types of numbers. So they don't think about it. When you compare 1 by 8 and 1 by 2, which is bigger, they will have a quick answer that 1 by 8 is greater because 8 is greater than 2. But when the concept like how many equal portions did you make of the object to take one from it is not understood and the comparison is made. This is a mistake. Similarly, children often get confused when it comes to addition or subtraction of fractions. There is a difference between adding and subtracting to normal numbers and adding and subtracting the fractional numbers. If this is not understood, all these misconceptions and misinterpretations occur. So, then how do we correct these misconceptions and misinterpretations from the children's minds? First, how do we get rid of these misconceptions? In the concrete stage, children have to make use of the objects, understand the concept. Later, they should practice the same in a square line book in the representational stage. The memory that they have from playing with the concrete objects has to be used in the square line book, as they will not have the concrete objects while having the square line books. They will have the books only if they have a memory of playing with the concrete objects and show the same in the square line book. Then they have understood the concept clearly. So, if these aspects are clarified in the classroom, all the misconceptions and misinterpretations will reduce. So far, we have seen how the concept of fractions could be taken from the concrete stage to the abstract stage through representational stage in a joyful and enjoyable method of teaching in a classroom. This is what we have seen. Hope you will all practice it. Thank you.